Hey, Georgie! Hey, Nina. I've been meaning to text you. I had such a good time at my bachelorette party. It was exactly what I wanted. Thank you so much for being the best maid of honor a girl could ask for. I had a load of fun. I enjoyed myself. It was so wholesome. Just a load of us girls sitting around drinking wine in our pajamas. You know me so well. Well, I'm not your best friend for nothing, Georgie. I knew you had to be close to home because of your mom, so I thought us girls could come to you. How is she doing? Your mom? She's not doing so well. Another round of chemo, but I'm so thankful for Stefan's family. They've been so supportive, offering to pay for all the medical bills. Mom looks like she might pull through. It was touch and go for a moment as we weren't sure we'd be able to afford all the medical bills. I was worried I was going to have to refinance my house, but Stefan and his mom, they've been my rocks through this whole ordeal. That's so nice, Georgie. I'm happy that your mom is doing better. Have you heard anything about Stefan's bachelor party? I'm a bit worried as I haven't heard from him for a few days. He said he'd be hard to contact as his best man has a no phones policy on the trip for some reason, but I'm curious to find out what's been happening. And your Cody is there with him. Have you heard anything from Cody? Yeah, I have actually, but I'm not sure I should say. Really? How come? Oh, come on, Nina, don't be coy. I'm going to find out one way or another. God, I've been so worried for the last couple of days. It's not like I don't trust Stefan or anything like that, but I've just been an anxious wreck lately. I keep having these dreams that he's cheating on me. Yeah. Nina, what is it? Well, since you're going to find out anyway, well, at least I hope you would do. Cody sent me a picture when they were out in Vegas. It's one of those live photographs. You know, the ones that move if you hold the screen of your phone. I don't think he meant to send me a live photograph, but Cody isn't the sharpest tool in the box, so he did it anyway. It was a selfie, and behind him you can see Stefan talking to this blonde, and when you hold down the photograph and it starts moving, you can clearly see Stefan leaning in to kiss this woman he's talking to. I didn't notice it at first, but then I saw it. So I texted Cody back and asked him straight up if Stefan was hooking up with anyone on the trip. He tried to play it off, but eventually he admitted to it. He said that Stefan and this woman were making out in this casino. He wouldn't say much more than that, but it's my duty as your best friend and maid of honor to tell you about it, since you're marrying the guy. Oh my God. Can you send me that photograph, Nina? Sure, I'll send it over now. Oh no, Stefan. How could he do this? He's betrayed me. I'm so sorry, Georgie. I didn't know what to do when I found out. I didn't know whether it was a good idea to tell you or not. With everything else going on at the moment, I just can't believe that jerk thought it would be a good idea to cheat on you at his bachelor party. What are you going to do? I don't know. The wedding is in a month's time. We've spent thousands of dollars on it, spent months organizing it. And then there's the situation with my mom. Stefan's family is paying for her hospital bills. If I leave him now, then I don't know what will happen. This is bad. Don't panic, Georgie. Just talk to Stefan when he's home. It may just have been a stupid error in judgment. There was a lot of alcohol. They were in Vegas. Things happen. Would you forgive Cody if he did something like that? Well, probably not, but I'm in a different situation than you. I don't have a wedding coming up, and I know cheating is cheating, but you've got to think about the bigger picture here. Don't rush into anything you might end up regretting, but at the same time, I don't want you to stay with someone you can't trust. Everyone makes mistakes, but just to make sure that this is the only mistake Stefan is likely to make. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm just going to have to hear Stefan's side of the story. If only he had his phone on him. I can text Cody and get him to get Stefan to call you. Would you? That would be such a relief, Nina. Thank you for telling me. Anytime, Georgie. Just remember, you don't have to decide anything yet. But whatever you do decide, I'll have your back. Thank you, Nina. Thank you for always being there for me. I'm so grateful for your friendship.
Georgie?
Stefan? Oh my God, I've been worried sick.
How come? Cody said I needed to contact you. An emergency, apparently. Is everything okay? You know I'm not technically allowed my phone on this trip. Not my rules.
I know, but Cody is.
Is he?
Well, yeah.
How do you know?
How do I know what, Stefan?
How do you know Cody had his phone on him?
Because he sent Nina a photograph, a selfie actually. A selfie taken in a casino. Which isn't a surprise to me since you're in Vegas, but what was surprising to me was the content of the photograph.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, in the photograph, behind Cody's stupid face, was you. And you were doing something that you definitely should not have been doing, Stefan.
What was that?
You know what I'm talking about. Don't act dumb with me. How could you, Stefan? How could you do this to me? You know how much I've been suffering lately. I thought I could trust you. I thought you would never cheat on me. And then I have to discover through my friend's boyfriend's live photograph that you cheated on me at your bachelor party.
You saw me kissing someone?
Yes, Stefan, I saw you kiss someone, some blonde.
Listen, Georgie, you're getting the wrong end of the stick here. I was playing a game. All the guys got this itinerary. It was a list of dumb things everyone had to do on the trip, including me. And one of them was hooking up with a blonde chick. The loser had to pay the other guys $10,000. It was dumb and I shouldn't have done it, but it was only a kiss, I promise. Nothing more happened. It was just a dumb game, Georgie. I love you.
Do you honestly think I'm that stupid, Stefan, that I'm that gullible? It wasn't a game, and even if it was, no one is forcing you to make out with someone else. That's all on you, I'm afraid. You knew what you were doing. I just can't believe you would betray me like that.
Georgie, it was a game, okay? I didn't betray you or us, and besides, haven't you heard of the term what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
But this didn't stay in Vegas. And that's just a dumb excuse for frat boys and bored husbands to do whatever they want. It's not a hard and fast rule that everyone needs to respect, Stefan, and I don't respect you. I thought you were better than this. I can't believe I ever trusted you. Is this the only time?
What do you mean?
I mean, have you done it before? Cheated on me?
No, never. And this wasn't cheating, Georgie. It was a kiss so I could tick a box on a piece of paper. If you want to see the darn sheet of games, you can.
That doesn't change anything, Stefan. You promised me you wouldn't do anything stupid on this trip, knowing full well that you can't help yourself.
If you want to blame anyone, blame Cody. It was his game, his idea.
So Cody played the game too?
Sure he did.
So he kissed someone too?
Yeah, we all did. Well, apart from Garrett. He was always going to lose this game. Poor guy's gonna be 10 grand light after this trip and he hasn't even played blackjack.
Don't joke around with me, Stefan. This is serious. Very serious.
Please don't make this into a big deal, Georgie.
I'm not making it into a big deal, Stefan. It already is one, and I'm not the one who's made it into one either. You are. Hold yourself accountable for your actions, Stefan.
I have. I said sorry, didn't I? What more do you want?
I don't know. I have to do some thinking. I'm not so sure I can think about marrying you at the moment. Not after this. I just don't think I can trust you anymore.
Oh, come on, Georgie. You're turning this into such a big deal. It was a kiss. Don't throw away the best thing that's ever happened to you over a kiss.
The best thing that's ever happened to me? You're certainly full of yourself, aren't you, Stefan? Listen, I'm taking a time out here. When you get home, I won't be there. I'm staying with my sister for a few days. I'll let you know when I'm ready to talk.
Georgie, come on. Think about this for a second.
I'm going to take more than a second to think about this. Don't worry about that. Goodbye. Hello, Georgie. Delores, is everything okay? I don't know, you tell me. My son has returned from his bachelor party and he's distraught. He's beside himself. He's under the impression that his wife-to-be has left him. Is this true, Georgie? I haven't left him, Delores. I just needed some time to think. I'm sure Stefan has told you about what happened. He has, and I can see the situation from two sides from where I'm standing. Okay, well, I can only see it from my side, and from where I'm standing, it looks a lot like Stefan cheated on me when he was in Vegas. Don't you agree? Well, that's a strong way of putting it. My understanding of the situation is that Stefan and some of his friends were having some fun, letting their hair down. There was a lot of alcohol involved, and some unfortunate decisions were made. However, it is also my understanding that Stefan was participating in a game. In this game, he was challenged with kissing another woman. Clearly, whoever created such a game was short of a few brain cells, but a game it was nevertheless. I don't believe my son had any intention of cheating on you, as you put it. He was just amusing himself and his friends. We've all done stupid things in our lives. I'm sure you've participated in some less than savory activities. I'm not one to judge. However, you and my son are due to be wed. Our family has spent a lot of money on preparing the celebrations for this wedding, and it would be a shame to suspend these preparations, even temporarily. A shame? It is a shame. It's a shame that Stefan thought it was a good idea to participate in a game where he had to make out with some random woman at a casino. I have no idea if he's telling the whole truth. For all I know, things might not have ended with just a kiss. Might? You're willing to walk out on my son over the possibility that something might have happened? No, and no one said anything about walking out on your son. I just need some time to think. I have that right. Let me tell you something, Georgie. Once you marry into my family, you marry into one of the richest families in America. Of course, you have the right to do or say or think whatever you want, but when it comes to protecting my family and protecting the interests of my son, you forfeit that right as soon as you marry him. Once you take on our family name, you must think like one of us, and in this family, we look out for each other. Our image means everything. This marriage of yours isn't just a celebration of your relationship, it's a big event. It's going to be covered by major news outlets. There's going to be a spotlight on this family. If you walk out on my son and news comes to light of his misdemeanors, it will be a great embarrassment. One we will not forget in a hurry. What are you saying, Delores? Are you threatening me? I would do nothing of the sort, but I would like to remind you of how generous my family has been to yours. Your mother would likely not have survived without the treatment she is currently receiving. Still receiving. Are you serious? Are you actually saying what I think you're saying? And what might that be, Georgie? I think you're blackmailing me. Don't be silly. Oh, I'm not. You need to listen to some common sense now, Georgie. You need to return to your husband. Do you honestly think my husband has led the life of a saint? Of course not. We don't live in a world of fairy tales, Georgie, where the prince falls in love with the servant girl, and then she becomes a princess and they live happily ever after. Are you calling me a servant girl? I'm just saying we live in the real world. Stefan is a product of his upbringing. He's always been able to do what he wants when he wants, and as long as he bears the family name and spends our money, that will never change. Marrying him is marrying everything else that is attached to him. You and your family will never have to worry about money ever again, Georgie, but you are going to have to let go of your expectations. Nothing in this life is perfect. Stefan is far from perfect, and so are you. What does that mean? That means that we have sacrificed a lot to let Stefan marry you. What? Do you think we would have let Stefan marry just about anyone? No. We allowed him to marry you because he loves you, Georgie. And no matter how many silly games he plays, that will never change. I can't believe what I'm hearing here. You let Stefan marry me? I suppose because you thought I was beneath him. Well, that just about sums you people up, doesn't it? And if you think for 1 second that I'm going to marry into this carnival of narcissism, you have another thing coming. I don't care if it hurts your image, Delores. If Stefan wants to marry me, then I'm not taking his name. And you can blackmail me and my family all you want, but we're fighters. And we don't need you. Not now, and not ever. If that's what you believe, then so be it. I will advise Stefan to choose someone else to marry. Be my guest. I guess after you ask him such a ludicrous question, then it will be clear what kind of man he really is. Goodbye, Delores. I won't be speaking to you again. After I spoke with Delores, it was clear that I was to be a trophy wife and nothing more for Stefan. He decided to pull the plug on our relationship, and I was glad about it. I started a crowdfunding appeal for my mom's treatment, and with the help of my friends, she went into remission shortly after. Stefan was never the right guy for me, and it took his mother and a bachelor party in Vegas to show me that I deserved better.